Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. There seems to be some doubt as to whether the April the 20th rematch between Liam Cameron and Ben Whittaker is going to go ahead. Now, this follows their first fight, which was, they had that sort of infamous over-the-top rope tumble that they both took. And Whittaker claims he was injured and couldn't continue. Cameron said he swallowed it. Whittaker said he was fine. Cameron got up, back through the ropes, was standing there in a neutral corner waiting to fight. Whittaker, no thanks. And it was declared a draw. And this caused Whittaker a lot of, shall we say, bad PR, because Whittaker, as you know, is a blabbermouth, a loudmouth, likes to tell everyone how wonderful he is, how brilliant he is, how flawless he is, shows off in the ring, lots of showboating and so on, and former Olympian, silver medalist, 27 years of age, so he should be approaching his physical prime anyway, as opposed to Cameron at 34, who is enjoying a sort of Indian summer of his career. Well, the dispute comes from the fact that, is this going to be over 10 rounds or 12 rounds? Now, Cameron claims that he ended up, by the way, signing with Frank Warren's Queensberry after that fight. And I've always been convinced that the only reason Warren signed him was because he wanted to get back at Ben Shalom, who he really dislikes. And when Warren don't like it, he goes in nasty. He's got quite a vindictive streak to him, hence all those writs that start flying around whenever people disagree with him. But the contract for the rematch, Cameron claims, one that he has already signed, and that in fact both fighters have supposedly signed, was for 12 rounds, a 12-round fight. And he's claiming, Liam Cameron this is, that suddenly Whittaker's lot, which would be Boxxer and Sky TV is the platform, Ben Shalom's Boxxer being the promotional outfit that signed Whittaker after the Olympics, they're saying, oh no, hang on a minute, we want it over 10 rounds. And now there's some sort of Mexican standoff between the two promotional outfits. Cameron and Queensberry are saying, well, you know, we've already signed 12-round fight, and they're saying, well, actually, no, we want it 10 rounds. I wonder why you want it 10 rounds. Well, Liam Cameron doesn't have any doubt as to why. He makes it quite clear. He says Whittaker was huffing and puffing after 5 rounds. Why would he possibly want to sign for 12? The way Cameron was talking, he was quite surprised that Whittaker agreed to a 12-rounder anyway. But he says, no, this is definitely a 12-round fight. And that's the contract. So if there is a contract signed by both people, knowing Uncle Frank and what he's like with his legalities, with his he's very, very in with the lawyers, isn't he? I wonder if this could end up in court. I hope not. I really hope not, because, and I think probably they'll sort something out. It'll probably be down to money. But if this is true, and that is the stumbling point, and as Cameron says, Whittaker has signed for a 12-round fight, for Whittaker who will not shut up about how much he loves himself and how wonderful he is and how he's going to, you know, tear up the light heavyweight division and so on and so forth. For him to sort of bottle it over a couple of rounds against Liam Cameron, you know, who is, I would not call him a world-class fighter. I think he's probably capable of being European level. But no one's going to mistake him for Bivol or Beterbiev, are they? In fact, probably no one would mistake him for Callum Smith. So suddenly we have this situation where it looks like Whittaker, having had all that bad press because of the first fight, is in danger of sinking again into an even bigger sort of morass of ridicule amongst boxing fans because of his conduct. Or maybe it's the conduct of Ben Shalom. And let's be honest here, Ben Shalom, he hasn't done a lot of his fighters many favours, has he? you know, you remember the Fraser Clark pulling out of the, I know they eventually fought, but he pulled him out of the Fabio Wardley purse bid, and, you know, I don't know, Ben Shalom he seems to be a difficult guy to do business with. He would claim, no, you know. And of course, the negotiations between Eubank and Ben, being Matchroom and Boxxer, yeah, I wouldn't blame Shalom, and probably guided by Eubank for playing hardball with that particular fight, bearing in mind the backstory and what happened the first time round, and insisted on every single penny that you can possibly get out of Hearn and Ben. But for this, I mean, when the first fight was made between Whittaker and Cameron, no one sort of really batted an eyelid. They were like, "Oh yeah, Liam Cameron." I think he was coming off a it was coming off as close, like a hard fought but nevertheless uncontroversial defeat to what, the light heavyweight, not Lerone Richards. Who am I talking about? Lyndon Arthur. So no one, when it was announced, well, Whittaker's going to take on Liam Cameron, yeah, whatever. And suddenly, from this, Cameron has got himself a new contract with a new promoter, probably getting decent money for the rematch. He's having a good old gig, considering that not too many years ago he was banned, I mean, really harshly banned for a long period of time over a recreational drug, which he claims... He claims he'd been handling banknotes and there was a bit of cocaine on one of the banknotes and it got in his system. Look, there hasn't been anyone who's failed a drugs test who's ever said, yeah, it's a fair cop. They've all got some excuse. But nevertheless, the way that Cameron was treated by the board was very striking in comparison to the way certain others have been treated when they've popped hot. And they've popped hot for PEDs or masking agents or something that could be connected to, to performance enhancing. You snort a bit of the old Colombian marching powder. That's not really a... First of all, that's incredibly stupid if you're a professional athlete. But secondly, well, not just stupid because you get nicked, but secondly, it'll be stupid because you... It's not going to enhance your performance, you know. Not in boxing anyway, let's put it that way. But yeah, controversy abounds. Are we going to get this rematch? I hope so, because I was looking forward to it. And as I say, look, I've never met Ben Whittaker. I could meet him and get on well with him. But all the trash talk, it bores me. I don't like trash talking. I never liked Prince Nassim Hamed when he was, and I followed his career from start to finish. I never had much time for him. I found all his antics to be really tedious as well. And Ben Whittaker, seeing him showing out when he's fighting journeymen, you know, just there to pick up a couple of quid, and just like Hamed did actually earlier on in his career, I find that just distasteful, and I just don't want to watch it. Whenever someone starts fucking around in the ring, I'm like, you've dared to fight or not? Because get a fucking move on and fight. I'm not interested in watching you dance or jitterbug or pout or preen or do any of that, you know, self-aggrandizing wank. I'd rather watch you fight. So Cameron, at 34, was meant to get his big fat paycheck. He might have to go elsewhere for it, but I don't know. But I think if it doesn't go ahead, the kickback against Whittaker will be even worse than it was previously. People are really going to go to town on him. But I don't know. You let me know what you think. Comments below as usual. And of course, thank you for your time. Please like the video if you liked it, and hit the subscription button as well if you want to subscribe. We've got plenty more for you. And if you could, spread the word about Joe Stunner Boxing. I always appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks a lot. Bye for now.